Hi Libra, how are we? Just wanting to do our readings for May. Firstly, I know my lighting is different. Let me know whether you guys prefer this lighting or how it was previously. I've just had my light has busted today. Gotta love retrograde, hey? All the electricals go haywire. But so let me know whether you prefer this lighting. I personally prefer the more intimate sort of lighting, but if you guys prefer this, let me know. Um, but obviously, anyone that does comment as well will be in the draw for a free personal reading when I draw that as well. So make sure you leave a comment either way if you can. That'd be great. But what we're doing today, we are sort of looking general as well as love, and then a little bit of shadow work as well. I'm using the Slavic folklore deck for the general portion. I do have the Lenormand of Japan for the love, as well as the oracle there, the Island Time Wellness Oracle. And then when we move into the shadow work, I do have the Heal Yourself reading cards by Inner Seagull. Seagull. I can never say it properly. But moving, yeah, and don't mind me when you do notice me stop and timestamp as well. But moving over into the general for you, we'll just have a quick look for Libra for May 2023, please. And I'll grab you a card for career and finances for May. And this month we're looking at sort of those more platonic connections that we have as well. So, friends and family, those platonic relationships and what's sort of going on with those this month. Okay, and then anything else that Libra needs. Oh, sorry, my hair is just like getting everywhere today. Anything else that Libra needs to know for May 2023? Okay, so your general energy this month, Libra, we do see the child as well as the clouds there with your general energy. So feeling like we're a bit up in our thoughts at the moment, Libra, that can sort of talk about confusion. With the clouds there, they really do talk about thoughts as well as, those sensitivity a little bit as well with the way we're thinking. Overthinking can be a bit of an issue for you this month, but just a bit of confusion and thoughts. But it is really important to remember with the clouds card that, it's up to you whether you choose to look for the silver lining in your thoughts or not. Okay, so for every negative thought that you do have, make sure you do sort of stop and look for the positives as well, especially with the child there, because the child really does talk about that innocence and that sense of wonder, that joy, just in life in general. So really looking for that innocence in our thoughts when it comes to, if you are feeling a bit trapped by thought or confused this month. But the child card can really talk about new beginnings as well. So we might be sort of seeing some things this month, thinking of things this month that we may not have thought about before. Brand new things coming up this month for you. A lot of new beginnings. I'm feeling just immediately I'm feeling that we are going to be seeing, some things in their infancy and new beginnings for you this month, Libra. So, or like, yeah, the birth of new ideas. That literally could just mean the birth of new ideas for you this month, okay? So when it comes to your thoughts, yeah, that birthing of brand new ideas for you and new thoughts, things that you haven't sort of thought about or experienced before. Okay, so when it comes to your finances and career, we are seeing the club, okay, and so that can be, talking about a little bit of conflict or drama upcoming, just opposition, okay, so I'll get a bit of clarity on that particular one. Why are we seeing the club for Libra when it comes to career and finances, please? Okay, this may not resonate for everybody, okay, but I did clarify and I drew the Reaper card there, okay, and then I drew another one as well, and I did get the Clover. Okay, so immediately that kind of does sort of talk about there may be some sort of risk that you've taken financially that is really biting you in the butt this month, okay, and it's letting you know, if you, like I said, this is not going to resonate for everybody, but I feel that I need to say don't gamble this month. Don't gamble with your money this month. It's not going to pay out for you. The Clover usually is a really good fortune type of card, but with these other energies, it's kind of telling you, no, don't. It's a bit of a warning. I feel that you should not be gambling or taking any huge risks with your finances this month, okay, or with your career in general, okay. So it's a bit of a hard one there. So I am sorry if that's a bit rough of a message. I'm just double checking. I always forget which particular cards I'm looking at sometimes when it comes to some of these different imagery with this deck. So that traditionally is the whip card. Okay, so we might be finding like I said, that opposition, that drama coming up, this bit of conflict when it comes to finances and or your career. So it can really be sort of talking about just a bit of tension or money trouble, or I'm feeling that may be related to somebody else as well. Okay, so with the whip, that can be talking about like a punishment of some sort. Okay, so that's a really weird message. Like I said, this is definitely not going to resonate for everybody, okay? But I am kind of feeling that could be like like unpaid fines or some sort of punishment, like, or something that you feel is like a punishment. So financially speaking, what all I can sort of think of is, yeah, like fines of some sort, tolls of some sort that you will be experiencing this month. You might, yeah, just that, that's all I'm sort of really getting off that, to be honest. It's just coming through as just a little bit of opposition or drama, or you might even be having to sort of fight some legal issues at the moment, and just having a bit of conflict when it comes to something legally. Okay, but I am really getting that message. I'm definitely getting a message of don't take too much risk this month. Especially with that Reaper there to clarify these cards as well. Okay, so the Reaper is the sort of coffin card in the traditional deck. So it does talk about things potentially ending. Okay, so something financially or career-wise may be ending, and it is sort of telling you don't spend too much at the moment. Don't take any huge risks, because you might just be in a little bit of opposition in the next month or so there. I really I hope that does not occur for everybody, Libra, and that, no, because I really hate to say it, but when I'm reading about career, it could be talking about a job ending, having some sort of trouble with work, and having that job ending. It could be a bit of a warning, but at the end of the day, I just, once again, it's not going to resonate for everybody. I really hope it doesn't resonate for you, and it's one of them times where I trust my intuition, but I also sometimes really wish that I'm wrong when it comes to these things. But yeah, so just a bit of a warning for you there, Libra, and like I said, cartomancy and lenormand and tarot, it's all just general advice. It's not something to live and die by. It's sort of, you take it how you need to take that, as sort of a, it's not going to resonate for everybody at all. Okay, so if it's not sort of resonating for you, that's fine, leave it. Okay, like I said, I really hate giving some of the harder messages sometimes, but I'm never going to not let you know this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so just a bit of a warning for you there, Libra. But when it comes to platonic relationships, okay, we are seeing the tree. Now, the tree is actually a really beautiful self energy, okay, because it does talk quite a lot about your own sense of growth, your own wisdom, and your own spirituality a little bit as well. Like I have this lovely I say to my friend all the time, I am a tree, okay, because I'll sway in the breeze and I won't let anything break me, okay. So I feel that when it comes to platonic relationships at the moment, kind of focusing on yourself and your self growth within those connections. So whether that be family or friends, being that wise old tree, and you sort of being the strong at the roots. You may be having to branch out a little bit when it comes to something to do with friends and family this next month. And we might be seeing some travel as well with that ship card there. But I really feel that that's sort of really just talking about, you may actually be that leader teacher type role to somebody within your friends group or family there, and I feel like they might actually be sort of relying on you a little bit this month. Okay, and with that ship energy, that really does talk about having a bit of a sense of adventure within these connections, and possibly traveling to visit friends or family this month as well. It can talk about physical travel, or friends at a distance, and them needing your wisdom at this time, so they might be traveling to you or you traveling to them. But it really is, that sense of adventure, and taking this journey as it comes, and your ships are coming in, okay. So really some positive vibes when it comes to your platonic relationships this month. If anything, I feel like you're going to be the stability that all your friends and family are looking to this month, okay. So whatever that means for you guys. But I do feel that, yeah, it's sort of going to be all about you this month, Libra, when it comes to friends and family. I feel like a lot of people are going to be relying on your wisdom, as well as you relying on your own wisdom this month as well. So, make sure we, going back to our initial energy there of the deep in thought, and remember that innocence and that childlike sort of sense of wonder when it comes to these sorts of things, all right? And then for things that we may need to, anything else we might need to know this month, we are seeing the fox energy there as well as the book, okay? So the fox can be like a bit of a salesman type vibe there, quite cunning and smart, thinking things through quite a lot, especially with the book with it. It really does talk about those elements of, not necessarily doing things by the book, like, it's that kind of vibe where you're doing things by the book, right? But to your own advantage. Okay, so really twisting things to your own advantage this month, I feel, and that salesman type of vibe, like I'm going to sell you this, but I may choose to leave out this and this because you know I just need to let you know the by the book. It's not in the book to tell you all these negative things or the faults or whatever. That salesman type vibe where it's like they could sell ice to Eskimos sort of a vibe where they'll say things quite cleverly and be quite cunning about the way that they say things in order to upsell it rather than elaborating on all the negatives of the situation. So I feel that that's sort of a vibe, and I feel like it's just letting you know that be a little bit really really smart about things this month. And I'm sort of seeing that wisdom coming through with the tree, and then the thoughts, the clouds card as well, that cunning vibe really coming through, the way that you're thinking about things and thinking things through, being really smart about how you're thinking about things this month. And then, yes, once again, I feel like this can, it's very, very similar to that initial message with the, do your research, make sure you've got the knowledge backing you up, but then these new things are coming on in, okay? Because the book really can talk about new chapters, writing your own story, writing the story how you want it to be told, rather than the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So it's really talking about writing the story, writing the script the way that you want it to be read, rather than and really focusing on the new elements too. Like when you open a book, like you've never read that book before, so it could hold anything. It could it's sort of like that unknown factor. There could be any story here ready to be written, but you really are the writer of your own story. So it's talking about being really, really clever about the way that we're writing our story this month as well. So that's quite an interesting message, Gemini. So you'll have to let me know. Sorry, I know I'm reading for Libra and I just called you Gemini, okay? So it may be a Gemini that you're needing to have these clever conversations with. Get that Gemini energy out. If you've got any planets in Gemini, Gemini is known as the twin, the duality. So it's talking about balance a bit as well there. So if I've sort of called you Gemini by accident, there may be something there for somebody when it comes to Gemini energy. Okay. But we'll move over to the love portion for you, Libra. So Libra. And like I said too, the Gemini duality, and you guys are quite balanced too, right? So you guys are the scales, so totally balanced. Okay, so Libra for love. Libra, love, May 2023, please. Okay, and if there's somebody already in your thoughts, somebody already in Libra's energy, this will be a person that you already know, whether you are in a connection with them already or not. So the person that is already in Libra's energy, please. Wow, we had one jumping on out, and I'm not surprised. I find certain cards, when they want to really give that strong message, they'll just jump on out, and they're always the sort of card that gives you that, they've got a message in the card about jumping, like some sort of jumping out sort of message. Very random and interesting, okay? Okay, and I'll just grab an outcome for that as well. We'll get to that in a second, Libra. What's the outcome for that person that's already in Libra's energy, please? Can I get an outcome, please? Okay. And anyone new coming into Libra's energy in May 2023, please? Anyone new coming into Libra's energy? And I'll grab an oracle here for you as well. Whoa. It's too many. Okay, can I get an oracle for Libra for love, May 2023, please? And can I just get an oracle for this person that is in Libra's energy already, please? Okay, that energy that we're finding you in when it comes to love, Libra, we do have the moon as well as the garden there, okay? Now, the garden is all about, getting out and about, meeting, okay? Meeting up with people, meeting up with a particular person, going out in public sort of thing, out social, being quite social, going out, just going out, and it doesn't necessarily have to be anywhere crazy, because traditionally the garden does sort of mean social events or social getting out and about, because back in the day when lenormand was invented, that is where everybody would go to meet people. You know, they would go to their local public gardens and walk around the gardens, and that would be where people would have their first dates, and they would meet new people, and you know, picnics and all that kind of thing. So I'm not necessarily talking about, you know, going out there and you know, going super social crazy or anything like that. It could be somewhere quite restful as well, you know. Could also be talking about, you know, physical gardens, going out and enjoying the sunshine and enjoying some beautiful nature, you know, in a public garden. That may be something that you do. But we also are seeing the moon there. So I'm finding that an actual garden may actually be really good for your energy, because the moon is talking all about, you know, like emotions and sensitivity. So feeling like we are in a little bit of an emotional sort of love state at the moment. We're a little bit sensitive at the moment, and we might feel like it's not quite exactly how we want things to sort of be. Okay, and then when I have got an oracle for you there, I am seeing the mirror coming on through, and that does say mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflecting our wounds, and introspection. Okay, so I feel like that's why we're a bit emotional. You know, we are just a little bit you know, introspective at the moment, having some things maybe being brought up that have brought up some, you know, personal issues for us, and a bit of self-image issues when it comes to love and relationships at this time. All right, and then because I'll go straight over to when I've asked about new. Okay, so when I've asked about new energy coming towards you, I'm not actually seeing any people. What I'm actually seeing is you yourself. Okay, so we do have the tree and then the flowers. So like I said, going somewhere with, you know, in nature may be really super helpful to you with this love energy at the moment, Libra. You know, the tree is talking about self-growth, self-care, those sorts of things. When it comes to love, it's really focusing on yourself, like that introspection, focusing on your self-image, and loving yourself, giving to yourself. Okay, because the flowers is all about that giving energy. So, you know, when we give someone a bunch of flowers, you know, you can kind of imagine, I can buy myself flowers, says Miley Cyrus, you know, so we should be giving ourselves some flowers, either metaphorically or not, you know. I sometimes buy myself new plants. It's like everyone loves new. If you're a plant person, you understand that, you know, everyone loves a new plant. But yeah, so it's talking about giving things to yourself, giving time to yourself, giving energy to yourself to heal and grow. Okay, you know, so rather than looking at any new energy, the new energy you should be looking at this month is your own, and giving yourself something new. You know, new type of love for yourself. Okay, but then the card that did jump out when we asked about the person that's already in your energy, we did have the rider jump on out. So that's sort of what I meant about, you know, horses like to jump, okay? So the rider is talking all about, you know, good news on the way, you know, and then that was backed up by the letter, okay? So you're definitely getting some sort of communication from this person. So whether it be, you know, a letter, a text, an email, you know, chatting to them online, you definitely are going to be getting some sort of a communication with this person. And it does feel like it could be some sort of good news, or some sort of like important news. I'm not really getting a vibe either way, whether it's negative or positive news itself. But I am getting that vibe that it's something important, okay? They're going to be sort of letting you know about something important. And what I'm actually feeling, like, because when I've drawn the clarity there, I'll get, like I said, I'll get into it, but one of the cards I've drawn is the sun, and the sun really does talk about, you know, revealing things, bringing things to light. So, you know, when we do have this communication with this person, they may not even mean to tell us something, but something might be inferred, and then that's the message, that something gets revealed through communication with this particular person that's already in your energy. Something is going to be revealed this month, and then I feel like it's sort of letting you know about this particular situation, which is these other two cards I've drawn for this particular person, okay, which I've got the no card, okay, which then, you know, so that's kind of like something's not quite right here. Whatever's getting revealed, it's revealing to you that now is not really the time to be actively pursuing anything with this particular person, because that's sort of backed up by that clock card, okay, because that does say needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal and progress, okay. So I feel like it's sort of letting you, whatever this thing that's being revealed through this communication with this person, it's kind of going to let you know that, look, it's not really the right time. So if you do want to be with that person, it's not saying that that's not going to happen. It's just saying it's not quite the right time. May might not be the best month for you both. You're needing to focus on your self-healing, to be completely honest. And so I'm just feeling that there's sort of nothing coming through in May. But, you know, hold out for the next sort of readings. I do pretty regular, you know, all signs readings. I do those every week, sort of week, end of the weekend. And then, you know, I will be doing some shadow work readings at the full moon, which may help with that self-healing. And then, you know, I will be doing, you know, I do this monthly sort of reading at the end of each prior month. Okay, so I'm doing May now. So wait until you know, June. We might see some energies stirred up for you come June. As you know, I just feel that at the moment we're focusing on ourselves, Libra, needing to do a little bit of personal give to yourself before you start giving to other things there. Okay. Now, moving over into your shadow work for the month. Like I said, I do a full moon shadow work reading. So keep your eye out for that if that interests you. You know, shadow work is each to their own. You definitely under no requirement to actually, you know, worry about shadow work and self-growth. That's a very individual thing, okay? But I do find it quite important. It's part of my sort of life path, so I do really like to include that in some of my readings there. Okay, so Libra, shadow work for Libra for May, please. Okay, and one more. Shadow work for Libra for May, please. Okay, so we are seeing cycles coming on through. Okay, so we are just I feel that this is just letting you know, you're in this cycle where shadow work may be really beneficial to you. That self-growth, that time to yourself may be really beneficial to you, and knowing that, you know, the opportunities are going to come back around. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you whereabouts in that cycle you are. You know, these opportunities do come back around eventually as well. Okay. That love energy, even if you're not in that love energy right now, it comes back around eventually. Okay. But also with the cycles card there, you know, it is important to sometimes to look at the repeated cycles in our life, and what can we learn from those cycles that we have found ourselves in. Okay, sometimes you know, we do find ourselves in repeated cycles with new faces as well. So looking at the cycles in our life, is it time to break the cycle? Is it time to, you know, keep on flowing around and around and around? You know, it can talk about things, you know, longevity as well, because, you know, the cycle keeps on going for as long as you want it to, you know, until you choose to break out of that cycle. You know, so it can talk about, you know, if you're in these cycles 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would you be happy with that cycle then as well, or what? You know, I just feel it gives you that opportunity to sort of look at the circular, the things that have sort of come back around for you already in the past, okay, and whether or not they're cycles that you want to break or continue. Okay, but seeing the alchemy card there as well, so you really do have the magic within you to be able to break those cycles if necessary. You really do have that magic within you to, you know, give yourself that that self-care and that self-healing. Okay, alchemy is all about transformation and turning the negative things in our life into positive things. Okay, so whatever that sort of means to you, that alchemy, it's about turning, the alchemy is like turning rocks into gold. Okay, so you really have the opportunity this month to turn those negative things, those rocks, those boulders within you, really having the opportunity to turn those into gold for you this month as well. Okay, turning all your obstacles into new opportunities. Okay, once again, turn that dead cycle into a brand new cycle. It's really about transformation. Okay, so really have the opportunity to transform things into what you want them to be this month, Libra. Okay, and the magic is within you. Manifestation, look into that. If you're not aware of manifestation and those techniques already, it may be something really beneficial to you this month as well. Oh, but everyone, leave a comment and let me know how that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well, and obviously subscribe so you can keep updated when that's drawn. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time today, Libra.